Weird how some cutscenes are like full screen and other ones are like a little fucking PGA window. It's weird.
Hi, is this the De Vasconcelos house?
Who wants to know?
I could tell the old coot was gonna be trouble. My name's George Stobart. I was wondering whether...
The house is not open to the public.
This is the De Vasconcelos house.
And what business is that of yours, senor?
Look, all I want is to speak to the head of the household.
There is no household. Only the Countess and myself.
Okay. With the Countess.
Tell me about the Countess de Vasconcelos.
She doesn't receive guests. That's all you need to know.
You don't even know what I have to talk to her about.
She hasn't won the lottery, has she?
No.
No, she hasn't won the lottery.
A more cunning man might have claimed that she had.
Oh yeah? They might have, might they?
And that more cunning man would have been kicked off the premises.
Goes correctly.
The Countess doesn't do the lottery.
What do you know about the Templars?
Who wants to know?
Are you angling for a bribe or something?
You have nothing that I want, senor, except the pleasure of your absence.
The guy was obviously protecting the Countess against the whole world. But why?
Okay, rest of the... I guess I could ask him, but can.
Do you recognize this man?
No.
Okay, that's a pretty definitive answer. What about...
This lab pass mean anything to you?
Nothing.
No, doesn't recognize that either. The rest, that's all toys and stuff.
Okay. Well, I'll see you around.
Adios.
I recall following his hose being a thing. Okay, so that goes inside that house. He's not going to let me in here though. He told me that the house is closed to the public and only for him and the Countess, so he's probably going to shout at me now. Yep.
Hey, you.
Yeah? What is it?
You would not like it if people just wandered into your home, would you?
Well, no, I guess not.
Then show a little consideration.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, so we can't get into the house. We can do something here though. What's this?
I didn't like the idea of carrying 30 yards of hose around me, so I left it alone.
Use the blood pressure thing on the hose to cut off the water. I think that might actually be the solution. It does seem familiar. In what world does this work, right? Not like what we just literally did, but like we just literally walk back from sabotaging the hose and stand here. When this turns off now, he's gonna turn around and know immediately that it was me.
My hose has stopped.
Yeah, exactly.
See, my hose never stops.
Well, I'm sorry to hear it. It's always sad when an old tradition comes to an end.
Did you have anything to do with it? See, you.
Well, I'm shocked. I'm mortified. How could you think such a thing?
Very easily, senor. Very easily. I'm going to find out why my hose has stopped. And that means going into the house. You are not, absolutely not, to go in the house. If you do go in the house, I will set the dogs on you.
Okay. There is the place at the end of the garden. Remember if I'm allowed in the house or not. That did seem to be like the objective. There's a little hut down at the end of the garden. I can't remember if that's where you're meant to go or not. Okay, he's game for it. He's in there at the moment. What if I hide behind the knight? Wasn't that a thing?
The armor was about my size. I had a mental vision of putting it on and clanking off to see the Countess, with the gardener hanging hopelessly on the outside trying to stop me. Apart from being stupid and unworkable, it was a great plan.
It's a timing thing? I don't know if he's coming though. Oh shit. Okay. Maybe he's gonna go and settle the dogs now or something?
I hid behind the armor and waited for developments.
Hey, you. I know you are there, American. All right, you dogs. I'm coming.
Okay, nice. George, anytime you can, any chance you can fucking wake up? Do here.
I didn't want a pot plant. It was just a little utility room with no exit, unless you counted the window, and I didn't.
Okay, so the only thing we need to do here is to go up and see the Countess.
Madre Dios, who are you?
My name's George Stobart. I'm sorry to burst in like this.
You must leave at once. You're not wanted here.
Please, if you'd just listen a minute.
Very well. State your business, Senor Stobart.
There's been a series of murders, part of some conspiracy. Anyway, the trail led me here.
Here? There is nothing for the outside world here.
Over 600 years ago there was.
What do you mean?
This whole thing ties in somehow with the Knights
We
Templar.
might still be able to finish
Knights
tonight.
Templar are dust.
They had a secret that was so important, they went to a lot of trouble to hide it.
I do not see what this has to do with my family.
Porco Dio.
Your family had a strong connection with the Templars, right? I believe that they have planted some clues here.
Why should I believe a complete stranger who barges into my home?
Just let me have a look around. If I find nothing,
You'll be spending the night at the police station. Very well. Please, sit down.
That's Italian, Thalnor. She's
Thank you.
Spanish. My goodness. I mean, let's start with a question we've asked the whole way through the playthrough. Do you know Khan?
do you recognize this man?
No, I have never seen him before in my life. Who is he?
I've got a couple of names for him, but they're probably false. He's the killer.
No, his face is utterly unfamiliar.
Good. At least he hasn't been here. Yet.
What about the other name?
Does this lab pass mean anything to you?
Nothing at all.
He doesn't ask anybody about that name now. He just refers to this as like a lab pass or a security pass. He doesn't say the name that's on it anymore.
I know your family is involved with the Templars, but I don't know how.
You should be asking how my family were involved, Senor Stobart. The Templars ceased to exist centuries ago. And as for the De Vasconcelos, the line dies with me.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Okay, whatever happened, happened almost 700 years ago. So, if the Templars left any clues, they're going to be in stuff that dates back to the early 14th century.
Obviously.
So, what do you have around here that's early medieval?
Early medieval. Let me think. Well, the house is relatively modern, a scant 3 centuries old. Or, of course, the chess set.
That chess set is over 600 years old? It must be worth a fortune.
Indeed it is. Not that I would part with it, of course.
No, I wouldn't either. That's the sort of thing that gets handed down to your children. Sorry.
Its value is less than you might think. The set is not complete. One of the pieces is a modern replacement. As to the original, it was lost a long time ago.
Nobody has any idea where it is?
No. The children had it when they were taken.
Children? What children?
All in good time, Senor Stobart.
Okay, let's ask about the chess set.
May I examine the chess set?
Certainly. But do not move any of the pieces.
Okay, thanks. Close up, the modern piece stood out like a sore thumb. There was something else odd about the set. All of the original pieces had irregular bases.
My lady, I have to warn you, there's a...
Hello.
You! Why, I'll feed you to the dogs.
Lopez, what have I told you about feeding intruders to the dogs?
But, my lady...
Never without my permission. Senor Stobart, if I find that you're wasting my time, you will be fed to the dogs. Now, I want to show you something interesting. Follow me.
Okay, this is the little house at the end of the garden that you could see on the way in.
Lopez, unlock the door, por favor. This is the only remaining structure on the estate contemporary with the Templars.
Nice. What is it, a summer house?
A mausoleum, Senor Stobart.
Oh.
Come with me.
Mausoleums are for, like,
Hey,
your dead
senor,
family, right?
Yeah?
I do not know what you have told my lady to be shown these favors, but I do not trust you.
You've got nothing to worry about. Aren't you coming in?
No, the dead do not interest me. My garden is a living thing. I will be there.
That answers the question.
Wow. This is old.
It was constructed in the 13th century as the final resting place for the De Vasconcelos Templars.
It's well maintained.
These are my ancestors, and they deserve respect. I come here at least once a week to say a prayer for them.
Mind if I have a look around?
By all means.
Okay.
I wasn't about to start heaving at sarcophagus lids with the Countess standing there. On removing the Bible, I found a pattern on the lectern top.
Chessboard.
Hey! It's a checkerboard! Close up, I could see that the pattern was made up of glass squares over a checkerboard pattern. Some of the squares had little jagged holes in the middle. Close up, I could see that over a some of the...
Okay. This?
It was too delicate to move. A big statuette of the Virgin Mary kept an eye on the place. Close up, I could see over a some of the...
I clicked a fucking candle. I did not click fucking chessboard. Okay.
Now what?
This?
There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again.
No. What was this?
I couldn't climb up there without breaking something. Now what? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again.
This on this?
I couldn't reach up there. Now what? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again.
Maybe I have to look at them.
It was a rod with a cone and a hook on the end. I guessed it was for snuffing out the big candle in the chandelier. High up in the dome were windows. I guessed they might open them to make it less stuffy in there.
Okay.
Now what? There was nothing to snuff.
All right.
Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again.
I can't do anything with that at the moment. Anything with the windows, the candle's not lit. Okay. Anything else we can do at the moment? All bullshit. The rag on the stick, maybe? No? Okay. Speak to her then. I think we need her to bring the chess set down.
May I ask you something?
You may ask.
What's the story with the glass chessboard?
Glass chessboard. Oh, the pattern on the lectern. Purely decorative, I'm sure.
There are pieces of glass missing from it.
Oh, it has been like that since I was a girl.
The gaps in the glass chessboard look awfully deliberate.
No, it is ridiculous. What possible significance can it have?
It's part of a chessboard, and the gaps are for...
Senor Stobart, you cannot mean...
This place was built for the Templars. Your chess set is as old as the Templars. It's kind of suggestive, isn't it? Is the Virgin Mary really the right person to be sharing a mausoleum with 5 knights?
You are showing your ignorance, Senor Stobart. The Templars were dedicated to the Virgin Mary.
Oh, George.
That's a big candle. Where would you buy a thing like that from?
You could not. It is an antique, unique to my knowledge.
Just how old is it?
It dates from the Middle Ages, when the Moors controlled Spain. The candle was to be lit as a signal to the estate workers if the Moors attacked.
The Middle Ages.
Who exactly are these people?
My ancestors. These 5 men were all members of the Templars.
5 ancestors in the order. You must be very proud.
Not 5, 6.
Where's the 6th knight?
He was lost to us.
You lost an ancestor?
It is a family matter. It can have no relevance.
Well, it's connected with the curse of the De Vasconcelos, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I hope you will honor my desire not to talk about it.
Bet you that's...
Okay, well, I'll leave it for now.
I bet you that's the fucking dude in the green suit who leads the organization now. Or maybe that's his son or someone, or his grandson.
I think this must be it. This is what the manuscript is pointing to.
This is extraordinary. Am I to understand that the Templars left a puzzle here? And in all of this time we failed to realize that there was a puzzle?
It was wonderful to watch the Countess change before my eyes.
Right. Well, no time for wallowing in self-pity, eh, Senor Stobart? This mystery has had a good long run, but it ends here and now.
All those years of fatalism were falling away from her.
He's involved.
Lopez! Lopez! Put that hose down and listen! Go to the house and get my chess set. Yes, the old chess set!
I really,
Oh, damn the game! Now, hurry!
I really wanted him to argue with her so I could hear it.
My, this is exciting, is it not?
Don't get too excited. This could be a blind alley.
Oh, I do not believe that for a moment.
It's good to see you happy.
Happy? You know, I think I am.
Ask her about the Templars while we're
You
waiting.
certainly know your history.
What's your opinion of the Templars, Senor Stobart?
The Templars? Well, they seem no worse than a lot of the knightly orders.
You are mistaken. Compared to the simpering politicians of the Hospitallers or the brutish Teutonics, the Knights Templar were the embodiment of chivalry. The filthy, money-grabbing French king and his pet pope did a great wrong. A bane settled upon my family at the whim of that self-seeking tyrant.
It was all a long time ago.
Some things don't die. Injustice is one of them.
Lopez, any chance you can bring that chest out this year?
While we're waiting, I'd really like to know what happened here. I mean, the curse and everything?
It all began at the time of the dissolution of the Templars. Don Carlos had already left their ranks to become a scholar.
Don Carlos, is he the guy who went missing?
Si, but he had reckoned without the local bishop. Their bishop envied us our lands and determined to use the papal edict as an excuse to destroy us. Don Carlos was on one of his scholarly journeys when the Inquisition arrived. When Don Carlos returned, it was to find his loyal manservant slain and his children gone.
They took the kids? But why?
Oh, we will never know. The bishop denied all knowledge of the children's disappearance. But witnesses had seen his men kill the servant who had been charged to protect them.
What happened to Don Carlos?
He swore he'd find his children if he had to go to the edge of the world. He put on his armor and took up his sword and shield and rode out alone. He was never seen again.
About time.
Lopez, you have the pieces.
Si, my lady, as you asked.
Por favor, Senor Stobart, would you be so kind?
My lady.
Calm yourself, Lopez. I believe Senor Stobart's motives are pure.
Very well, my lady. My lady seems to trust you.
But you don't.
No, senor.
It fits, Senor Stobart. It fits.
Working quickly, I found which pieces went into which holes.
Right. I remember this being a bit of a bastard.
No way. Maybe not.
I think we can only move these ones. Yeah. I assume this operates on like a fucking checkmate thing or something. I don't remember how I solved this.
That is not a good idea. That is not a good idea.
Am I only able to right click them? Okay.
Maybe not. No.
Those horses look like toilets. These ones, you mean? They do a little bit.
No way. Maybe not. No way.
I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm just literally putting fucking random pieces in. I assume we're trying to set up a checkmate situation with 3 pieces.
No way.
The knight is able to go forward 2 and 1 to the side, so I think he should be up and out there a bit. And he needs to sit there. No. Or maybe we don't want ours checkmated?
That is not a good idea.
No.
No. No way.
Definitely only this middle bit.
Maybe not.
Put him up in there. Put him there, maybe? Oh, fuck, no, that's wrong. Hold on. That's what I meant to do. No, that's not right. Lift him. Thank you. Put him in there.
No.
No. No. Is it because he can be killed by that, maybe?
That is not a good idea. That is not a good idea.
No. No.
No.
Any ideas, Felonar?
No way.
I feel like they're trying to tell us something with the way they're facing. You can see the way the night ones are. They're all facing this way. The bishop ones are facing down the ways. The kings are facing like bottom right.
That is not a good idea.
That is not a good idea. That is not a good idea. That is not a good idea. Imagine abandoning me, Thalnar, whenever I'm so close. Imagine it. Just imagine abandoning me.
Way.
I'll be so mad if this is a fucking like bishop on the very top so he can kill the other two bishops. Dead. He's not able to hit anything on this one. Horse in the middle, so he's able to kill the other horses. He could kill the king from here because he can go two forward and one left and one right, so he could kill both of those. He's also able to kill him, I think. And he's also able to kill this tower. We have to put everything in like positions where they can kill everything on the entire board, maybe? Just thinking about it, we only have these 3 white moves left. We're almost dead from the red team. King, as far as I know, can go wherever the fuck he wants, so he can go up and down, left and right, and he can go diagonal as well. Which means that tower can kill him. I think.
maybe not.
I think he'd be okay there. Oh, there you go. Done.
Senor Stobart, look!
What is that? It's not the Holy Grail, is it?
No, Senor Stobart. It is the communion chalice of the De Vasconcelos, missing for almost 700 years.
Wow. Well, go on.
I cannot. I can hardly believe it is real.
Go ahead. Live a little.
Are you sure? This is your moment of triumph, Senor Stobart.
Sure, I'm sure. The possibility of death traps only occurred to me a few days later.
Is it fucking spear through the throat or something? Back in Nico's apartment.
So the curse of the De Vasconcelos is lifted?
Oh no, the Countess was thrilled to find the lost chalice. But there's still the riddle of the missing knight.
Well, you can forget about that now and get back to finding the Templar's secret.
Actually, I promised the Countess I'd find Don Carlos.
You what?
I can explain everything.
You have got the odds for a withered old Spanish aristocrat?
The Countess entrusted me with the chalice and the quest for her ancestor's tomb.
You're as crazy as she is. Haven't you got enough problems? Khan and the Templars?
It's all part of the same thing. The chalice is important, I'm sure. The manuscript pointed us to the knight, and I have to find him.
What then?
I don't know. But when the knight and the chalice are reunited, maybe I will. The guy at the museum identified the knight's crest.
That's great news. I knew Lobino would be likely to help. Tell me more.
It belongs to a Spanish family.
With Templar connections, no doubt.
That's one of the questions I want to ask them. If the family still exists.
This seems to be like some sort of... We seem to be in some sort of like weird parallel time zone here where we're being sent to do the zone we just came from. Unless they're talking about another one.
Just how long have you known Labino?
Andre? We met at college. He helped me out when I was a fresher. Showed me around, that sort of thing.
You never told me that before. I thought he was just a working acquaintance.
So he is. I rarely see him these days. You know, he hasn't changed much. A little lesser at the front, perhaps. I'd forgotten how much fun he could be.
Is there something going on between you and Labino?
What business is it of yours?
George getting jealous.
We agreed all this. The clown, the Templars, strictly business, remember?
Yeah, but...
So get off my case.
This is the chalice I discovered in Spain.
I still can't figure out why the Countess gave it to you. After losing it for all those years, she simply gave it away to a total stranger. She's one prawn short of a paella.
The Countess is a fine lady. You shouldn't compare her with seafood.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's something going on between you and that Countess.
Are you serious? She's old enough to be my grandmother.
Yes. George had his fucking wicked way with a 92-year-old.
Let's take another look at the manuscript. That's the face of the statue I saw at the bull's head. That's the lens I found on Klausner's body in the bull's head. That's the tripod we borrowed from the museum. That's the gem that Pegram found in Lochmarn. There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
So this one we haven't solved yet.
That's the clue that led me to Spain. That's the clue that led me to the bull's head in Syria.
There's only the lady with the mirror and the 3 faces left now then, I think.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
Okay.
Fuck is he going now? only place that's left is fucking Village of Vasconcelos. Wait, we're not able to even go there anymore? Yeah, fucking Ireland and Spain and Marie were all fucking grayed out. In Paris. Okay, rip that idea then. Yes, go and see Andre again. If he knows more about this. He might know more about that fucking chalice, maybe. What if it's not Andre? What if it's the priest? Go see the priest first.
I didn't have time to sit.
Shut up, George, and go and fucking walk down the church.
Hello again, Father.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
You know anything about this?
What do you make of this chalice?
It certainly looks very old.
About as old as this church, I think.
There seems to be an engraving on it.
Yes.
Yeah? What does it say?
I do not know. It is very tarnished. With your permission, I could try polishing it. I promise I will be very
Get in! Yes, good.
That'd be very good of you.
This shouldn't take very long. Feel free to look around.
If you break it, Father, I'll kill you.
Okay, thanks.
Look at his face. We need to find something to do while we're fucking waiting on him.
A Knight Templar burning at the stake, and a date.
1314. Right, are you done?
Hello again, Father. Hey, thanks.
It is my pleasure, monsieur.
What was the writing on the chalice?
It was not writing, my mistake. It was a coat of arms. The remarkable thing is that it seems very familiar.
Yeah?
What?
Oui, I think I have seen it on that wall tomb in the far corner. That winged horse is quite distinctive.
Boy, what a shine you got on this.
Merci. It is all in the wrist action.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Wall tomb in the far corner? You talking about over here?
Now that my attention had been drawn to it, there was no mistake. There was no name on it, but the coat of arms was undeniably the Pegasus of the De Vasconcelos family. I'd found the last resting place of Don Carlos. My eye was drawn to the biblical references carved into the edge of the tomb. Hey, maybe these biblical references mean something. Psalms 32:7, John 4:11. Corinthians 1:4-5, and just one more. Psalms 22:21. I may not be perfect, but I've got a memory like a steel trap. The chalice had led me to these inscriptions, but it looked like a happy coincidence to me. After all, the De Vasconcelos arms were already on the manuscript. Nope, I was still convinced that the chalice had some significance all of its own.
save here since we've done another good hour or two. Is there anywhere else in the church that we can put the chalice? We do this?
The tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcelos. It had to be. I couldn't wait to tell the Countess. I'd have to find out what the chalice was for first, though.
Okay. We put the cup on the altar? No. We need somewhere that has cogs and is not that. Surely not where them fucking idiots were meeting before. Because that's where you set the stand. I don't think the cop will let me go down there anymore. Pretty sure he's gonna throw a wobbler if I try and go in here.
Hey! Hey, you! What do you think you are doing? Leave that cover alone! Now!
Sorry, no harm intended.
You stay away from that!
Have we encountered any statues anywhere that had like a fucking, like an empty hand or anything? Pretty sure George would have commented on that by now. The answer has to be in here somewhere.
Waiting in prayer for the judgment day. A knight's tomb, his effigy in marble lying in perpetual state. Okay, let's have another look at those references. Psalms 32:7, John 4:11, Corinthians 1:4-5, and just one more. Psalms 22:21. The chalice had led me to these inscriptions, but it looked like a happy coincidence to me. I was still convinced that the chalice had some significance all of its own. The tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcelos. It had to be. I couldn't wait to tell the Countess. I'd have to find out what the chalice was for first, though.
This purple thing at the front here. Did anything with that yet?
To think of the long centuries that it kept its secret. All the thousands of people who must have been through here and seen it without once suspecting. A huge stained glass window formed a magnificent centerpiece for its neighbors.
Maybe the museum dude knows stuff about the chalice. Yeah. Do you have any other choice? There's no other fucking historic places I can think of bringing it to. I can't just roll up into the police station and go fucking check this out. Set it in the police desk. It's not going to really do anything for us. What do you think of my chalice, Rosso? It's been fucking freshly polished. Cafe's closed. The old dude would know fuck all about chalices. Not allowed to go to the hotel anymore. Hospital's closed. Has to be this place. Hey Andre, you fuck.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
While I was in Syria, I discovered a strange pagan statue. It was like a head with 3 bearded faces. Horrible.
That sounds as if it could be Baphomet, the idol described by the Templars.
The poor Knights of Christ had an idol that looked like that?
Allegedly. The description of the idol came from the evidence extracted by the Inquisition. Mind you, not one statue or idol was ever found on Templar property. Until now, that is. Just last month, a statue of Baphomet was unearthed right here in Paris.
Where?
At the Institut Hermétique de Naval. The statue is beneath the foundations. It was discovered by some workmen while renovating the building.
Was it now?
Can you tell me any more about the statue of Baphomet?
It's a fearful image, even now, a bearded head. The base of the statue is carved with Templar symbols. One of the workmen noticed a curious stain at the base. He claimed it looked like blood.
Blood?
That's right.
Blood.
You didn't say you knew Nico at college?
Didn't I? Ah, oui. She was an odd little thing back then. Quite an endearing wife, I suppose, but she always looked so miserable.
Well, that's hardly surprising. She was mourning her dad.
I know. She wore nothing but black for 7 years. She was more goth than Alaric the Visigoth.
You're my endearing wife, Eleanor.
What do you make of this cup, Andre?
It's a 14th century communion vessel. Spanish, probably.
You sure know your onions.
Okay, nothing from that. But
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Andre did tell us about the dig site. Statue of Baphomet has been dug up, so maybe we can visit that. Nice. Remember this place at all?
Excuse me, could you help me? What is it? I've got a few questions. What does the word Templar suggest to you? Templar?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You're doing a fine job.
Merci. I have my professional pride.
I don't think I've ever seen a Gauloise smoked so stylishly.
It's a natural talent.
I'm being sarcastic.
I'm being indifferent.
You're very good at that as well.
I really wish George would stop
Merci.
insulting everybody.
Vive l'indifférence.
So, what are you doing here?
I am having my break.
Yeah, I mean when you finish your break.
When I finish my break, an interesting concept, monsieur.
You'll probably need to think about it.
I could have another cigarette while I consider. Perhaps tomorrow too?
Okay, let
Easy
me put
fucker.
things differently. What were you hired to do here?
I was hired to keep the archaeological dig in the basement of this building clear of debris, and to touch up damage to the door frames with my little pot of paint. It's a very responsible job. Unfortunately, I'm not a very responsible person.
Fearful image indeed, bearded Archronos. Did you notice that I fucking shaved in the middle of millennia, Eleanor? I was so fucking hot while fighting millennia that I just went and fucking shaved my beard off. About 5 weeks of growth. Just get this off my face right now. I can cool down a bit.
So what do you know about the excavation?
I know they won't let me in to do my job. I would complain to my union, but là.
You couldn't be bothered to join.
Right. Tell you what, though. I'm surprised at the sort of people interested in this excavation.
What's unusual about the visitors to the excavation?
None of them look like archaeologists to me.
Do you know what an archaeologist looks like?
Three-piece suits, crocodile-eyed attaché cases, Rolex oyster.
But no archaeologist dresses like that.
Quite right, monsieur, quite right.
So, who are they?
Who cares as long as they pay me?
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Yes, it's a communion chalice. I know, you know, I used to be an altar boy.
You?
Yes, me. What's so funny about that?
Nothing.
I can't believe he recognized it.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Okay, what else can we do here?
Hey, you! Get away from my dumpster.
There was a dumpster full of debris. From the excavation, I guessed.
Okay. We've done everything at the main gate then. Are we allowed in here, or is he gonna fucking throw a wobbler? Alright, whatever this is, it's got nothing to do with the excavation. Or does it?
The doorway was full of assorted old tea chests, cardboard boxes, and so on, all empty and all uninteresting. The doorway led to an old utility closet that had lost its door. There was nothing interesting in there.
Okay. Tools. Wood. A phone down here. Could possibly need to phone somebody, maybe?
There was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer.
That door is locked, monsieur.
There was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer.
Okay. Who we can call?
Do you mind if I use the phone?
Be my guest. I'm paid to guard this door. The phone can look after itself.
The phone?
Hi, Nico?
Georges, what have you discovered?
Nothing yet.
Nothing. Is something wrong?
No.
Georges, why are you calling me?
Oh, no reason. I just wanted to hear your voice.
You did. Well, this is my voice saying, don't bother me, I'm busy.
Oh.
Okay.
I didn't think that the guard would just let me waltz past. Besides, I had a hunch that door was locked.
Some sort of intercom system here, or pipe control or something? What can we do with this?
I couldn't imagine what I'd achieved by turning the dial.
Just imagine. Just turn it and imagine something. Looks like control of the water and heating or something.
A thermostat was mounted over a radiator. The radiator was pumping out heat as the thermostat was cranked right over to full. No wonder it was warm in here, even with the door open to the chill of fall.
Okay, so it's super warm in this area. Can't turn the thermostat down. Don't have anything to mess with it. Okay. Nothing left to do but talk to this dude then.
Hi? Excuse me?
Oui?
It sure is hot in here.
I have to have the door open to allow the workmen access, so why not? I turn the heat up.
You could wrap up warm.
I have my gloves if it gets cold, but why bother when it's warm anyway?
So, what exactly are you doing here?
I'm guarding. You expect to find me shearing sheep?
Take it easy. I just didn't realize you were a guard. I'd like to know what you're guarding, please.
That's a secret.
It wouldn't happen to be an archaeological site, would it?
Are you asking me or telling me?
I'm telling you.
Then why ask?
I had a feeling this was no normal hole in the ground.
Okay, we can ask permission to use the bathroom. Let's ask about the Templars first.
What do you know about the Knights Templar? There was a long pause during which the guard said nothing. Then he said,
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
Is this a test?
What, like a history pop test?
No, like a test.
Okay, yes, it's a test.
Then I know absolutely nothing about the Templars.
Okay.
The guard was being amazingly evasive. It was going to take more than goodwill to get past him. Trying to get into a locked washroom. I had the strongest feeling of déjà vu. I'd like to use the washroom,
Syria.
but the door's locked.
Oh, that's no problem. You can have the key.
Thanks.
Okay, so he just handed over the washroom key.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Actually, I should have asked him.
Hi again.
What is it?
Seen this dude before?
Have you seen this man before? You have.
Non.
You have.
Have you seen this man before? You have.
Non.
Yeah, he's seen Khan before. What was this other name?
Do you recognize this name?
Merlin. Non.
Now he's asking about Merlin again. That's rather inconsistent.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
It seems like, depending on who he's talking to.
On the keyring was a big old key that looked like it might fit the excavation door.
Yeah, depending on who he's talking to, he adapts his question. So I have a key for the toilet here, but I have a key for this door also, but I can't do anything with it because he's standing there. Let's see where this leads. There's a hand dryer. Also means I could dry something that is wet. Oh, I have got an idea. What if we did this?
No.
What if we did this? No.
Maybe not. I wasn't that interested in what might go into a restroom's garbage to investigate. I didn't want to use that unless I really had to. Being in a charming comfort station like this made me think fondly of the toilet in Syria. That place was kept in pretty good order. At least, it had been until I vandalized it. Still, it was all for a good cause. Being in a charming comfort station like this made me think fondly of the toilet in Syria. That
Shove
place was
coal
kept
into
in
the
pretty good
furnace.
order. At least, it had been until I vandalized.
Make it even hotter.
The thing felt really hot. Big demands seemed to be being made on it. There was a big old boiler used for heating the building. The thing felt really hot. I didn't want any coal.
I want coal. Oh, we put this in here? Oh, wait, no, what was that? Okay, there's something.
The cold tap's washer looked to have failed. It was just dribbling down the sink.
What was that? Okay, there we go. Okay, that gives us something. So we have a bar of soap now.
It was the bar of soap I'd stolen from the washroom of the excavation site.
What if we use the key on the soap?
I made an impression of the big key in the cake of soap.
Okay, now we use the powder on the impression.
I carefully sprinkled the plaster into the soap mold I'd made of the key.
Now we use the impression on water. Fucking George has just abandoned me now. He's like, I'm just gonna solve the rest of the game on my own. Several minutes later.
Well, it had taken a while, but I had made myself a completely unconvincing plaster key. way too fragile to use in a lock. I'd have to substitute it for the real one. Trouble was, it looked like plaster and not metal. Then again, that plaster statue in Syria hadn't looked like stone until I'd been a bit artful with it. Maybe I could improve the key as well.
With the coal, maybe? Or do we just do it exactly the same way as we did it in Syria?
Maybe not. No way.
Being in a charming comfort station like this made me think fondly of the toilet in Syria. That place was kept in pretty good order.
Till I vandalized it. Maybe we swap the keys?
No.
Trouble was, it looked like plaster and not metal.
The fuck do I make? Plaster look like.
It was the soggy tissue I'd found in the sewers. That is not a good idea.
How do I make the key look like metal? Maybe the decoy is...
I could have climbed onto the sink, prized the ventilator cover loose, wedged myself into the tiny hole, smashed the far cover out, and plunged headfirst into the next room. Or I could just go through the door like a sane person.
This is where the thermostat comes in?
I turned the heating off.
No, it's... on gloves now because his hands are cold.
No.
Trouble was, it looked like plaster and not metal.
I think that's to do with the handoff, so that he won't feel the difference in the key. Why the fuck do I make it look like metal?
The doorway led to an old utility closet that had lost its door. There was nothing interesting in there.
Can use the blower again if you can't use the key on that. What if we made the real key look shitty?
Maybe not.
I wasn't that interested in what might go. The thing felt really hot. Big demands seemed to be being made on it.
Maybe the painter's got some? Dropping this fucking paint pot or something.
Hey, monsieur, don't
What?
go with my keys.
Furnace now that you turn the heat off. I tried interacting with it, but it didn't do anything.
Hi again.
What is it?
Okay, so the answer is down here somewhere.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
I turned the thermostat back to where I'd found it.
Right, so I can turn the thermostat on and off, but for what reason? He's gonna take his gloves off again, because it's gonna get warm. Boom. Taking them off, yeah. Fuck with this again.
I turned the heating off.
Maybe he just keeps his gloves on all the time then. The heating's off now, so furnace.
The thing felt really hot. Big demands seemed to be being made on it.
Give the keys back, go back up, steal the paint bucket from the painter to use the key, go back down, ask the keys back, and then swap. Oh yeah, so I can leave. Yeah, maybe I am overthinking this.
Hi again.
What is it?
Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Au revoir. Yeah, just his fucking cans inside or some shit. And lo and behold, he has a fucking grey paint bucket. He'll hardly give a fuck if I put my key in here. He's always on break and doesn't care about his job.
Hey, monsieur! Get away from my paint pot!
Fuck.
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Puh!
Fuck, do I get rid of him? Electrocute him and knock him out?
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
I was pretty sure the shaken shock had shot its bolt in Syria.
Alright, it's already spent.
Gunmetal paint. Interesting.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
Now.
I made this key out of plaster.
How thrilling! How clever! How pointless.
You mind if I dip it in your paint pot?
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Yes, it's a commun... I know.
You?
The altar boy
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah, we already had this conversation.
Be seeing you.
So we
What?
know where the solution is, but we don't know how to fucking get to it. He doesn't let me out of this.
I couldn't climb over. The archway was topped by a fancy balustrade.
Whack him with a sewer key. Worth it. Worth a try.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
I've got a sewer key.
I used to work in the sewer.
Oh? What happened?
I had a cigarette break in a pocket of methane. A manhole cover landed on the other side of the Seine and I was sacked.
Oh, I fucking hate this content.
No way.
What if we got a chalice worth of paint?
Hey, monsieur! Get away from my paint pot!
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Puh!
I feel like we're close to solving this one. Just missing something.
I turned the thermostat back to where I'd found it.
Alright, so the heating is on again.
Couleur.
Hi, Nico. It's me. I'm at the excavation site.
Goodbye, Georges.
No, wait a minute. I need your help.
What kind of help? I told you I'm busy.
This will only take a few minutes, I promise.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
I want you to keep somebody on the phone for a while.
Fuck yes.
A painter. I need to get at his pot.
Oh, okay.
Stay on the line. I'll go and get him.
Random, but works. Hey, fat boy, there's a phone call for you downstairs.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
You've got a phone call.
For me? Are you certain?
It's a woman. She sounded hot.
What woman? You must be mistaken, monsieur.
Well, she asked for that hunk of a man with the nicotine fingers and his ass hanging out of his pants.
Certainly sounds like me. Stand back. It wouldn't do to keep the lady from her hunk.
Certainly sounds like me. Fucking speed of him going downstairs. Okay. You know.
Well, monsieur, what a strange woman. She was all over me and then suddenly, nothing but abuse.
Really?
Why, abuse? Ah well, I have a cigarette to finish. And monsieur, if she calls again, I am not available.
Wait, abuse? Oh man, this game.
Hi again.
What is it?
I need to use the toilet again.
Again? Already?
I have this problem. How technical do you want me to get?
Never mind. Here's the key.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Okay. Bathroom. Use the wet key on the floor. Oh, it's already dry.
Quickly and without fuss, I swapped the fake key for the real thing.
Okay. Now we need to make sure the thermostat is off.
I turned the heating off.
Okay. Give it a second to make sure. Definitely wearing gloves. He looks like he is. He's got white hands. Good.
Hi again.
What is it?
Here are your...
I held my breath and hoped that he wouldn't notice the substitution. Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Where the fuck do we play this?
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
What now? Because we have a key for the door, but not gonna let us in. Go again, maybe?
Hi again.
What is it?
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
I didn't think that the guard would just let me waltz past. Besides, I had a hunch that door was locked.
Hi, Nico. It's me again.
I'd guessed. What do you want this time?
What did you say to the painter?
I shan't repeat it, George.
Look, I need to get the guard out of the way. Could you call back and ask him to get the painter again?
Okay, I'll call back soon.
Answer it. I'm not answering it. Good lad. George, what the fuck are you doing? The whole point was that you would wait.
This looked like a good place to watch things develop.
The point was that you would wait down there till he left.
Hey, you. It's the phone.
Yeah? Who is it?
How should I know? What am I, your social secretary?
It's not a chick, is it?
Yes, it's a woman. Are you going to answer it?
Does she have a warm, sensual voice like molten chocolate?
Yes, she has a really sexy voice. Now get a move on.
I'm not talking to her.
I can see that. You're wasting time talking to me.
No, you don't understand. I refuse to talk to her.
You refuse. You refuse. I'm wasting valuable time.
Don't make me laugh. Your time valuable? You just stand around all day.
I have a highly responsible job. Pah, don't pah me, you elephantine oaf.
Fucking
My
argument.
job is important.
Impossible. They would have hired somebody competent in that case.
Meaning what?
Instead of which they hired a dismal rent-a-cop like you.
I go, please.
All epaulettes and no brains.
Why, you...
This looked set to carry on for some time. It was too good an opportunity to miss.
How would you know the phone number? Caller display. Probably wasn't a thing in 1986. It was actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Oh shit, wait. No, abort. Just in case. We've been in too many fucking death situations. Fuck is this? Okay, there's the performance statue.
I couldn't see anything useful to do with the planks. Close up, the pattern didn't make any sort of sense. It fanned out around an axis point, a kind of focus to one side.
Okay. What if we did this?
And there it was, decoded by the curves of the chalice, the image of a church.
If that's where I think it is, we can finish this tonight.
I found out what the chalice was for.
You've solved the puzzle?
Yeah, there was a distorted picture at the Baphomet site. When I viewed it in the polished surface of the chalice, It changed.
What did it show?
A picture of a church with a square tower. Let's take another look at the manuscript.
We should have everything solved now, I think.
That's the face of the statue I saw at the bull's head. That's the lens I found on Klausner's body in the bull's head. That's the tripod we borrowed from the museum. That's the gem that Pegram found in Lochmarn. That's the clue that led me to the statue of Baphomet and the reflection in the chalice. That's the clue that led me to Spain. That's the clue that led me to the bull's head.
Yeah, it's all solved. This should be finale time then. Ask her about the chalice, maybe?
Look at the chalice now, Nico.
What happened? It's shiny.
The priest at Montfaucon buffed it up for me.
That's incredible.
Yeah, looks as good as new.
No. You found a use for a priest. That's incredible.
That's harsh.
I guess I'd better return the chalice to the Countess.
Hurry back, Georges.
You found a use for a priest. That's incredible. Okay, so now Spain should be open to us again. Yes. Hope Lopez hasn't fucking killed her.
I've been planning to return the chalice anyway, but I hadn't expected the trail to bring me here. The Villa de Vasconcelos was as picturesque as ever. The weather was still clear, and Lopez was still watering the damn lawn. I was beginning to suspect that he was surgically attached to that hose.
Hi, Lopez.
Hi there, Lopez. How's tricks?
Ah, Stobart.
Senor Stobart, how pleasant to see you. You are well.
Fine, thanks. Is the Countess in?
She is waiting for you. I will show you up.
It's okay, I know the way.
Senor Stobart, I feel I owe you an apology.
Oh, he's
No,
okay
you
now.
don't.
I was impolite on our first meeting.
Look, Lopez, just forget about it. I came on like a snake oil merchant. I wouldn't have trusted me in your shoes.
You do not understand. Finding the chalice has given my lady a new lease of life. It's a marvel. She smiles, she laughs. The tradesmen are saying that she is on Prozac.
Save it again. That was a pretty annoying puzzle with the keys and stuff. Wouldn't want to repeat that again.
Senor Stobart, oh, what a pleasure. Please, sit down.
Hi, Countess. The pleasure's all mine. I've brought back your chalice.
Why? You've had it cleaned.
Yeah, I met an obliging priest with a soft cloth.
Have you resolved the Templar mystery?
No, not yet. I don't even know what it is I'm after.
There are many stories of the knight secreting great wealth away.
Whatever. All I know is I don't want the bad guys to get it.
Ah, to be young and live in a world of moral absolutes.
There's something else that I discovered carved on Don Carlos's tomb. Biblical references.
What are the references, Senor Stobart?
Psalms 32:7
Corinthians.
I am not a good enough scholar to know the Bible chapter and verse. I meant, what are the quotations?
You know, I forgot to ask the priest.
Never had the chance. Well, I guess it's an intentional thing that you don't know.
I discovered something amazing with that chalice. In Paris, I found a church where they recognized the coat of arms. I found the tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcelos.
You are sure? There can be no mistake?
The coat of arms on the chalice matches the one on the tomb.
Incredible. You have my most profound thanks. I must go there as soon as possible.
Yeah? Well, I'd be happy to show you the city.
That's it. All crap, son.
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
It must be the second half of the puzzle now. Okay. Wait, hold on, what's this?
It was way too warm to light the fire.
Okay. It is an odd thing when you think about it. An open fireplace in a Spanish home. There probably is, like, sometimes a year when you can use it. I certainly wouldn't ever light it if I had this home. Even with the size of it and the fact that it's stone and stuff, I still wouldn't need it. I don't like heat at all. Hope I didn't walk the whole way down here to find out the door's locked and I have to go back up and ask Lopez to open it or some shit. Okay. Close the window. Good boy. Pick up the candle. How do we do this?
I couldn't reach up there. Now that it had given up its secret, the glass squares in the lectern were just decorative again.
How the fuck? Oh, wait. Good old brain. You're still working. More or less. You have the right idea. Do that again. And do this.
No, that was a silly idea. I decided to think things through.
Maybe I use the grease proof or the grease paint on the fire first. That. How the fuck? Yes. Then we do this. And then this candle burns, and I want to say that's where the chest piece is, I think. From what I remember. Oh, is it a key, is it? Either a key or a chess piece. How the fuck do you catch that? That would have burnt the hand off you.
The candle had burnt brilliantly, but only for a couple of minutes. Some kind of special formulation, I guess. And had yielded up this. A complex shape expertly cut in stone. I figured it was some kind of key.
Maybe it opens her ancestor's tomb.
It was a smooth, intricately carved piece of stone that had been concealed inside the great candle. It was the Spanish Bible I borrowed from the mausoleum.
Okay, we need her to read that then.
The tissue was pretty charred, but the grease paint had done most of the burning.
Hard tissue so we can make black smear or something. Maybe. Secondary security save. Done. You never know where Khan could be lurking. I can go back up into the sitting room to return this stuff to her, and fucking you see the fireplace, like the logs just moving, and fucking Khan climbs out of the fireplace. Ha ha ha, George, I was waiting for you.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
And before the woman is Khan, I just fucking rips the rubber face off with.
What do you make of this?
It looks like some sort of key. Where did you get it from?
It was buried inside the great candle in the mausoleum.
Inside it? What have you done to it?
I, lit it.
But it is irreplaceable.
Listen, the candle was to be lit in case of Moorish attack, right? Well, it burnt down in no time and revealed this key thing. Maybe that was the real purpose of lighting the candle.
What are you suggesting?
That lighting the candle was the equivalent of break glass in case of emergency.
Sentiment must not stand in the way of solving this mystery. You did the right thing.
Okay, now tell me my Bible quotes.
Here's the Bible from the mausoleum.
Because it's Spanish, she needs to read them.
Very well. Let us begin. The first reference.
Psalms 32:7.
Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. My hiding place.
Don't get your hopes up too high. This might just be leading us to where we found the chalice.
You are right, of course. The next.
Okay, John 4:11.
John 4:11. Here. The well is deep. The next. Quickly.
Okay. Corinthians 4:5.
Here it is. Will bring to light the hidden things. Any more?
Just one. Psalms again. 22:21.
Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. The last is confusing. Lions, unicorns, what does it mean?
I can't guess.
Salient points seem to be a hiding place and a deep well. In no sense is their mausoleum a well, Senor Stobart.
Is there a well in the grounds?
I do not know. I suppose that there must have been once upon a time. Lopez is the man to ask about anything pertaining to the estate.
Okay. Good.
I'll just have another look around.
Very well.
Very well. Come outside here and Lopez is dead.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
What's the story behind the chalice vanishing?
When the Inquisition raided, in the absence of Don Carlos, it was believed that they had taken it. Naturally, they denied the charge as they denied taking the children. And naturally, nobody believed them.
But they were telling the truth. The chalice was hidden from them. You don't suppose they were telling the truth about the children as well, do you?
Madre de Dios! I had not thought of that. But then what happened to them?
I don't know. If the Inquisition didn't take them, then who did?
You must speak to my lady of these.
Count on it. So the Countess feels that the curse is lifted.
I would not put it so strongly. Your discovery of the chalice was proof that the Templars never abandoned the de Vasconcelos. It counts for a great deal with my lady.
The $1 million question, do you know of a well on the grounds?
You must know just about everything that there is to know about this place.
See, I have lived my whole life here in the service of the de Vasconcelos.
Do you know of a well anywhere around here?
A well? Si, senor. This used to be a fortified villa. How can you last a siege without water?
Great! So where is it?
How should I know? The well was covered over in the last century. It was dangerous, you see.
And you have no idea where it was?
Filled in?
None. It was hidden even before my grandfather's time.
Well, you must have a vague idea of where the well is.
It must have been in the old house's courtyard, so that would put it around here.
Here? Okay. Now, how do we find it?
There might be a way. Let me think about it.
Any ideas yet?
We are looking for a source of water, see?
Yes.
For generations, the Spanish country folk have had a secret way of locating water.
The Y
even
stick?
if it is meters beneath the ground.
Ah, you're not talking about water dousing, are you?
Eh?
You know, you get a stick and walk around until the stick twitches and dig there.
Oh, you've heard of it.
Yeah, I think most of the planet has. Okay, let's get a stick.
Uno momento. It must be a special stick. A Y of hazel.
Right. Do you have any hazel trees?
See? Here. That is hazel.
Okay.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
I went over to find a suitable stick. I don't believe it. There wasn't a single usable Y-shaped branch on the whole damn thing.
Well, that's it. Rip. End of the adventure.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor.
I can't find any usable branches on that hazel tree.
No, que lata.
How am I supposed to find the well without a divining rod?
I have no idea, senor.
Oh, never mind.
Okay. Bit of a downer.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
Fuck off. I'm not going back to Syria to get a fucking twig. That would be so lame. Fucking... I remember where there was a stick on a fucking cliff in Syria. I'm going to go back there and get it. I think this is about going back to speak to her. If you were able to find a stick there, it would push the story on too far. I think they want you to talk about the missing kids.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
You don't need to ask permission every time, George. It was lovely the first time, but you don't need to ask every fucking time you come through the door.
There's still the mystery of the missing chess piece.
I do not think that it will ever be discovered unless the fate of the children is revealed.
The Inquisition were suspected of taking the chalice and the kids, right? We know now they were innocent of the first crime. What if...
They did not take the children either. Then what happened to them?
The Inquisition admitted to killing Don Carlos's manservant. Now, this guy had been told to protect the kids at all costs, right?
That is correct.
I think he hid them and the chalice when he got wind that the Inquisition was coming. With him dead, and Don Carlos driven mad with grief, there was nobody left who knew the secret. You know what this means, don't you?
I fear so. The children are still here somewhere. If this is so, then it is small wonder that the de Vasconcelos are cursed.
That's what the last part of this game is, Salnar. The fucking zombie kids are gonna be coming out of the earth and fucking George has to hold them off in the mansion. Incredible 10 out of 10.
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
So, if he doesn't have any update for me on a stick, I'm not too sure what the hell I'm meant to do now. The horse. First time I noticed the big horse head over the door there.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Fuck. I was banking on him having the solution.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, senor Stobart.
Guess this could be a fucking just like browse the mansion looking for a stick.
The main part of the house was old, but nowhere near as old as the gatehouse section.
Guess we could go back down to the other bit of the house again, see if there's any suitable trees down there or something.
So that was what a hazel tree looks like.
Alright, so it's making a point of telling you that this is what a hazel tree looks like, so I guess you go back down to the bottom part of the garden by yourself and find a similar tree looking like that or something. Go on then. Also the entrance bit as well. There is a good bit of the garden actually that you can't see on the way in. There is any trees here? Now that I think about it. Oh wait, hold on, what's this?
I didn't want to mess with the building.
It has to be the entrance. If it's not the entrance, I have no idea. Use the sewer key as a rod. I don't think a metal stick will be twitching quite as much on a water source now. There is no trees like that here. If there is some of these at the front of the property, it is a bit lame to have the player look for these, because like Lopez should know where those are. I mean, we're stuck, so I may as well try it.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Can we use this?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Do you know what this is?
See, I have a similar tool for opening culverts on the estate.
A culvert.
Culvert.
Culvert. A tunnel carrying a stream or open drain under a road or a railway. Maybe that's what that bridge was for? Wasn't there a bridge here or something? Yeah. But that would be just to go back.
It was the driveway down to the main road. I didn't want to leave just yet, though.
Yeah, that's just back to the airport.
It was the driveway down to the main road. I didn't want to leave just yet, though.
Thought I was onto something there with culverts.
I didn't like the idea of carrying 30 yards of hose around me, so I left it alone. I went over to find a suitable stick. Aha!
Fucking get in. That doesn't even look like the other fucking tree. God damn it. That's what the fucking trees were that they told me to look for before. Okay, let's try this again.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Well, I got my divining rod. Now what?
Simplicity itself, senor. Hold the wand at the upper ends of the Y. Apply a little tension with your wrists so that the slightest movement of the wand's tip is clear, and walk slowly and steadily over the area.
Sounds easy enough. We'll find this well in no time.
Fucking montage. Lopez sunbathing and reading a book. And darts.
Senor Stobart, you've found something.
This is it. This is where we find the secret of the Templars. Hidden here for hundreds of years. Lost from the sight of man until now. The mystery is revealed.
It's a tin can.
I've been walking up and down with a twig in my hands, looking for a tin can.
It had water in it. That's what the dowsing stick must have detected.
I'd have to check with an archaeologist, but I don't think the Templars left that.
In truth, Senor Stobart, the loan was laid many, many years ago. This can could date back to the Napoleonic Wars.
Get rid of it and I'll try it again. Lopez threw the can away. It seemed to fall an awfully long way.
He threw it down the well.
The
Awesome.
splash at the end confirmed what we both suspected. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
It has been here all the time. All those years and nobody found it.
Stood in awe for a moment, marveling at the secrets all around us.
I could have fallen down that.
A great character.
The well had been lost for decades at least. The air was cool after the noon sun, but that's not what gave me goosebumps. I have a really, really bad feeling about this.
So do I, which is why we're going to see him again. George doesn't often give you a warning like that.
I'd need tools to move all that stuff. Heavy equipment that just wasn't available. From a distance, the lion's head had been impressive. Close up, it was frightening. Hey, one of the fangs is a separate piece. I could hear the sound of a lot of stone moving, and I knew I was in danger.
You're a lucky boy.
Oh, very funny, you psychos!
Senor Stobart! Senor Stobart! Are you all right?
It's okay, Lopez, I'm fine!
Que susto me has dado! You gave me a scare!
Nice try, Templars.
Right. See what's in here?
I wished that I had Leary's flashlight now. It just felt like a pitted stone wall. I'd almost been killed for the sake of a red herring.
Edit stone wall. Maybe the key goes in it? No.
In the deep shadows, it was hard to make anything out.
Bracket? No. What am I meant to do with this? Move back from it, maybe we can see something.
In the deep shadows, it was hard to make anything out. I wished that I had Leary's flashlight now. It just felt like a pitted stone wall. I'd almost been killed for the sake of a red herring.
I think I need to go back and see if he has a flashlight or something.
Hi, Lopez. There's something I'd like to talk to you about.
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Do you have a torch?
It's really dark down there. Do you have a flashlight or something?
No. I broke my torch only last month.
Damn. It's so bright up here, but the light's just not getting into the corners.
See, the light, it goes in straight lines.
Light goes in straight line. There's candles in the shitty house at the bottom.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
Got one of them, maybe? They talked about the light, not light going in straight lines. Anything that can refract light or anything? There's no way this is the answer. Seems terrible. Just my idea here, not the puzzle. Just my idea seems very bad. I think this is going to be right. Take one of these now. I think so. The only other thing I can think of then is ask the old lady if he has something. Do with his fucking water hose down the door. See it better or something? Or... I don't want to carry 30 meters of.
I didn't like the idea.
That's what he was going to say. This again seems like a bad idea. Cumbersome. Like going the whole way up into the house to speak to her just seems like really cumbersome, pointless. Is there a flashlight in here, maybe?
It was just a little utility room with no exit, unless you counted the window, and I didn't.
She has no torches or anything. Candlesticks, but not allowed to take any of them. This keeps going up though.
It was way too warm to light the fire. The fire was made up and ready, waiting for the year to turn cold.
Do you have a torch? Please?
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
No, she doesn't have anything, so the answer has to be down here somewhere.
I'll just have another look around.
Very well.
Any ideas, Eleanor? Any ideas? Isn't that a mirror in on that wall in the little room? Is there? Your old Wiki Williams, but not Wiki Williams, strikes again. I would say sauce, Valnor. Sauce. They more or less give it to you there whenever they were saying about the... I think as Lopez said that the sunlight shines in straight lines or some shit. Giveaway, but that's fucking tiny, like the size of that mirror and the odds of somebody being able to find it. Crazy.
There, in the middle of the door, I could see some kind of socket.
It looked like this wasn't quite the dead end it seemed.
Okay. Time to save it again. Fucking can waiting inside here. You've let me out, George. Now I will kill you. Let's stick your head into a fucking...
Open sesame!
Top chamber.
Another secret door.
Win in. Stand outside talking about it.
Before I left, though, there was one last thing to do.
Or about the kids.
You won't be needing that replacement piece anymore, Countess.
Oh, I found the chess piece.
I found it with the children.
Awesome.
You'll probably want to be alone for a while. I'll be out in the garden with Lopez.
That was a lovely way of telling her. What are you doing here, Andre?
George, welcome back.
In my
Come in,
seat.
Josh. It's good to see you again.
Is it?
Sure. What did you find in Spain?
Without Andre, we wouldn't have got this far, Josh.
Yeah, I know.
He refuses to sit beside him.
The clues led to an underground chamber at the bottom of a well. The Templars had left a tapestry showing a chessboard. The white pieces were vastly outnumbered. There was a stream running across the board, and a Templar knight on a horse.
Does it mean anything to you, Andre?
No, nothing.
Maybe we should tell Andre what else you found, Josh.
There's a map and a Latin inscription to the west at the edge of the world.
Georges found that in a cave in Syria.
Yeah, where the assassin almost killed me.
Then we've got the burning of Jacques de Molay and the date, 1314.
From the window of the church in Montfaucon Square, one of the few places where nobody tried to kill me.
Then we have the image of a church that Georges found at the excavation. I don't recall anyone trying to kill you there either, Georges.
And finally we have the tapestry in Spain. Did I mention I almost got killed there?
Not yet, but I'm sure you're about to.
It was only my cat-like reflexes that saved me from certain death.
Cat-like reflexes, eh?
And while I was risking life and limb, where were you, Andre?
Fucking
Getting your
Nico
glasses
stuck between
fogged
two
up over an
peacocks
Etruscan
here.
vase?
That's enough, boys. Can we get back to saving the world?
Of course. My apologies.
He started it.
Well, the Latin phrase are the words of Julius Caesar. He was describing the island of Britain.
Are you sure? The map didn't look much like Britain.
How come Caesar described Britain as being at the edge of the world?
To the Romans, the Mediterranean was the center of the universe. Britain was a remote, unfriendly place, inhabited by blue-painted savages.
It hasn't changed much,
They've stopped painting themselves blue.
except when they go to a football match.
They used an extract from a plant
Oh,
called
the script of this is so smart.
Isetis tinctoria. The Scots were using it until fairly recently in the wars with the English.
Fairly recently? I don't recall the Scots being at war with the English. How recently are you talking about?
I believe William Wallace's men used it in the 13th century. They might well have been using it as late as...
You can't remember, can you?
1314.
Ah, we're back onto that, are we?
Andre, what is it? What do you mean?
1314 in Scotland. The Battle of Bannockburn.
That would explain the stream on the chessboard. That's what a burn is. Right, Andre? As in Bannockburn?
Right, George. And it gets better. Tradition has it that the Scots were helped by a shock force of, well, can't you guess?
Yeah,
Knights Templar?
Yes, a group of outlawed Templars. They are said to have turned the tide for the Scots.
And it all ends at a church in the Isle of Britain at Bannockburn in a church.
What are we waiting for? I'll call a cab.
I can't go.
Good.
Andre, you've been loads of help, but
What George is trying to say is that you shouldn't feel guilty.
I was?
We understand you've got commitments. Oh, listen, we have to hurry. Let's go, George.
We'll see it through. Oh, and, don't worry about us.
Such a dick. Blackburn.
It must be dawn.
Oh, I guess so. And we must be nearly there. Somewhere, out there in the dark, is Scotland. We've come a long way together to get here.
Yeah. Let's hope it was worth it.
In their defense, Thalnor, it took me to the airport screen where you click the Bannockburn icon, so they did take a flight. Nice try. Nice try. This is the actual finale of the game now, so we are in the last section now for sure.
I've still got the clown's nose.
So I see. You should throw it away, George.
There's something I've been meaning to say to you, Nico.
Is this the right time and place, George?
There might not be another time. I don't want to waste this chance.
You don't need to say anything. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. But here, with you. Now.
Get in, my son.
You're exhausted. Why don't you get some sleep?
Sleep? At a time like this?
Excited, huh?
Would you like something to help you sleep, dearie?
Hello there.
I've got some tablets in my bag.
Oh, no. Thank you.
Thanks all the same, ma'am. Pardon me?
Yes, my dear.
Do you know what time we're due in Stirling?
6:15, but we're running 8 minutes late.
What's the book you're reading?
Oh, it's something I picked up at the station. A medieval detective story. Quite well written for that kind of thing. It's been out of print for years.
What's the title of the book?
The Crooked Crusader Caper by Molly Pegram. I assumed the author was a woman, but apparently not.
Molly Pegram?
His real name is...
Professor Nigel Pegram.
Yeah.
That's right. Do you know him?
No, I never met him.
George is a great fan of his, though.
I think that's why they did that random scene where they talked about Molly being the nickname.
Do you know Stirling well?
Yes, I do. Is that where you two lovebirds abound?
Yeah,
It's one of the places we thought we'd see on our holiday.
Be sure to visit the castle, won't you?
Oh, I'm sure it's a neat place. But we are not really interested in history, are we, George?
No.
I suppose espresso bars and boogie-woogie are more your cup of tea.
That's right. There's nothing George enjoys more than a good boogie.
Any fucking boogie woogie fans here?
Is there a church called St. Ninian's at Stirling?
Yes, there is. And I know why you're going there.
You do?
Of course I do. It's obvious you're in love. You're eloping, and they say romance is dead.
Okay. There's nothing else to talk about now, so I'm gonna go for a walk.
Where are you going, George?
Do I need to spell it out?
Don't snap at me. If you're going to take a leak, why don't you say so?
Okay, I'm going to take a leak. L-E-A-K.
Tickets, please.
Oh, hi.
That's a standard full-price peak return. Don't you have a senior citizen's rail card?
I rarely travel by train. My ticket is perfectly valid, is it not?
Well, yeah, but you could have saved up to a third of the cost.
I do not need to indulge in puffling thriftiness.
Blimey, you're a funny old bird and no mistake.
Effling thriftiness.
Tickets, please, sir.
Here.
Off to Stirling, eh?
Yes, we are.
Well, I hope you won't be disappointed.
It's a miserable place this time of year. Still, there's plenty of pubs and a lovely view from the castle.
Thank you.
I don't want to worry you, but there was something familiar about that guy.
Are you sure? You're tired. Perhaps you're mistaken.
Maybe. But I didn't like the look in his eyes when he spoke to you.
So he thinks our conductor's one of the circle?
Can't you sit still, George?
I need to go to the John.
While you're there, check out the buffet car, George. Unthinkable though it is, I am hungry enough to eat English food.
Okay.
Okay, she's finally let me go. Right. Quick save here.
The door was locked.
Okay.
I didn't want to wake him. To be frank, without a cold water hose, I didn't think I could wake him.
Fucking Geordies.
Hi, having a party?
No, this is breakfast. Come on, join us, man. Away, Basha, wake up, man. What's company?
His breath was like the outlet from a chemical factory.
You'll be a bit lost here,
My mate,
Felnor.
he's taking a nap. Sleeping like a bobby. I'll wake him up when we get to Newcastle.
We passed through Newcastle half an hour ago.
And I never noticed.
Fucking Geordies, man.
What is that stuff you're drinking? It smells like gasoline.
Right, I'll put hairs in your chest, like.
And your eyeballs, too, by the looks of you. See you later.
In this one.
The door was locked. The door was locked.
Oh, this isn't a Geordie, you fuck. Guido?
Oh, no. That gangster creep from the hotel, Guido. Well, he didn't scare me. Hey, Buster. This is a no-smoking car. Okay, maybe he did scare me. It got worse. I suddenly realized who the conductor had reminded me of. Marquet's murderer.
The doctor? The women are gone.
I should have known better than to leave Nico and the old lady alone. Suddenly, the sword of Baphomet took second place to finding the girl I loved.
Right. Time for fucking George to be a badass. With a wee bit of help from Newcastle.
You haven't opened that window, pal.
Why not?
It's freezing out there.
Hey, buddy. Did you see what happened to the young woman in the next compartment?
No, pal, I didn't. Have you lost her, like?
She's disappeared. The old lady, too. I think they're in trouble.
Oh, wait, man, an old lady, too.
Yeah. You gotta help me.
Maybe they went to the toilet, like.
I don't think so.
They never go on their own. Always in pairs, you know.
No, she's been abducted, I'm sure. I've got to go look for her.
What's stopping you, pal?
The conductor.
He's not what he seems.
You want to avoid him, like?
That's about it, yeah.
No problem.
Listen, I need your help.
What's the matter?
There's a guy on this train who's trying to kill me.
Relax, man. You wouldn't try nothing with us in Basharia. We are veterans, like, so action at Brightlingsea.
I don't recall the British Army being involved in a conflict at anywhere called Brightlingsea.
Well, you just take it from me, pal. You're in safe hands.
See you later.
Alright, can I go now?
Don't do it, pal. Don't jump.
I don't intend to jump. I'm going to climb on top of the train.
You're kidding, aren't you?
Nope.
Just watch me.
Hold on there, pal. I'll give you a hand, like.
He's fucking pissed. It gave me it in the inventory earlier. I don't know why, but it did. Hello, dickheads. Oh dear.
Let's talk this over like reasonable people, Eklund. I can explain everything.
Oh no, I see what I was meant to do. Fuck. Yes, we don't need to see this. Every time I die. Who is this guy? Always that dude. Oh shit. I should have fucking saved it when he was on the roof.
Hey, buddy. Did you see what happened to the young woman in the next compartment?
No, pal. I didn't. Have you lost her, like?
She's disappeared. The old lady, too. I think they're in trouble.
Oh, yeah, man. An old lady, too.
Yeah. You gotta help me.
Maybe they went to the toilet, like.
I don't think so.
They never go on their own. Always in pairs, you know.
No, she's been abducted. I'm sure. I've got to go look for her.
What's stopping you, pal?
The conductor. He's not what he seems.
You want to avoid him, like?
That's about it, yeah.
No problem.
Listen, I need your help.
What's the matter?
There's a guy on this train who's trying to kill me.
Relax, man. You wouldn't try nothing with us in Basharia. We are veterans, like, so action at Brightlingsea.
I don't recall the British Army being involved in a conflict at anywhere called Brightlingsea.
Well, you just take it from me, pal. You're in safe hands.
Okay.
See you later.
Try this again.
Don't do it, pal. Don't jump.
I don't intend to jump. I'm going to climb on top of the train.
You're kidding, aren't you?
Just watch me.
If that's what we didn't do this time. Last time, sorry.
Hold on there, pal. I'll give you a hand, like.
So that's a crazy sequence, like, for a point-and-click adventure and stuff like this. Greetings. It doesn't give me any control here, so no matter what happens, he has to be shot.
I just wanted to stop the train, and now was my chance. You saved our lives, but why?
We were always on the same side, Stobart. Different causes, but a common enemy.
The Knights Templar?
Don't call them that. The real Templars were a noble foe. These barbarians have no right to that name. These men are no better than dogs.
What are the Neo-Templars after? What is the Sword of Baphomet?
Not what you think, my friend. It is a weapon, yes, but one which our enemies will find difficult to wield. A double-edged sword. A power older than Dimolay, older than Solomon.
We'll stop them. You and me together. And Nico.
No, George. My journey ends soon at the Garden of Paradise.
You're talking in riddles. Can't you tell me straight what they're after?
The sword symbolizes a colossal energy caused by the alignment of the Earth's natural power fields,
which are focused at St. Ninian's.
The energy endowed the Templars with the power which made them great. A power which made them charismatic to such an extent they could control the will of all around them.
How did you escape from the Bull's Head?
It is a long walk from the cliff of the Bull to the village, Stobart. Fortunately, I know the ways of the wilderness. Also, I have a sister who keeps a garage just around the corner.
Why is this here?
Maybe not.
Okay.
May Allah guide you to our enemies.
Thanks.
One last thing.
What?
Oh dear.
What is it? He's dead.
Rip.
The guy was a professional killer. The last thing he deserved was sympathy. I had to admit it, though. I was sorry he'd ended up this way. Underneath that heap of tumbled crates was Eklund. I wasn't about to help him out. Underneath that heap of tumbled crates was Eklund. I wasn't about to help him out.
It looks like his fucking pistol sticking out there. That's what I was trying to get at there, but it doesn't let me.
Don't even think about it, George.
What? Who?
Look me straight in the eye and tell me you weren't thinking of using that axe on Eklund.
No.
Don't be foolish, woman. I was gonna use it on you.
I was just gonna take it for fucking defense. I didn't even think about using it on him.
Nico looked good, even in robes.
Okay, maybe we can use this
Don't
now.
even think about it.
What? Who?
Look me.
Don't be foolish. I was gonna use it on...
What are we supposed to do then?
The rear exit was barred and padlocked.
See the EU logo there, even though it's still fucking 3 years off.
I still thought it a good idea to take the axe to Eklund while he was down.
George actually was going to use it.
I couldn't think of a single way the extinguisher would be of use in the absence of a fire.
The only thing we've got is a clown nose, so how do we get her out of her ropes?
Nico looked good, even in robes. Nico looked good, even in robes.
Do we just leave her? I'm gonna moan as soon as I go to this door.
Where do you think you're going?
Yep.
Don't worry, I hadn't forgotten about you.
Answer me this instant, George Stobart.
I will, when I'm ready.
Alright, it's just give them a wee dialogue.
Oh, that's not fair, George.
No.
You took advantage while my hands were tied.
When Eklund pointed that gun at me, I thought I
Oh,
was
I
gonna
kissed
die.
her.
I thought of all the things I'd never get to do, and kissing you was at the
Good
top of
man.
my list.
George,
Uh-huh.
George, we've got to get off the train. Eklund could recover at any time.
So what are we waiting for?
Just lift one of the crates and drop it on his fat head.
What are you doing?
I'm
Leaving?
out of here.
Not that door. Do you want to end up like Flap?
Not especially. What remains of him is well on his way back to London. I hope he was traveling on a return ticket.
Okay, it's the other door. God damn. Several minutes later. Do you want to end up like Flap?
I'd feel happier if we had a gun or something.
Khan gave me something.
What?
His handbag.
Oh, great. If we run into any killers, we can give them a good buffeting. Didn't he have any weapons?
You don't know the half of it. This bag's full of C4.
Wow. Why didn't you say so? Boy, we'll show him now. What's C4?
Plastic, George.
We're going to shop our way to victory?
2 kilos of plastic explosive. The detonator's broken now.
No problem. We'll buy a box of matches somewhere.
It doesn't work that way. It takes a small explosion to start the big explosion.
Well, that's not much use then. What does that sign say?
Apparently, during the English Civil War in the mid-17th century, this place was used as an arms dump.
Yeah? What happened?
Look at the state of this place, George. You work it out.
Oh, stray spark?
You got it. The tower was the only thing to survive the blast.
I hope the explosion didn't destroy the Sword of Baphomet.
Do you? I rather hope it did.
Okay.
A large arch led into the tower. It was just about recognizable as the church I'd seen reflected in the chalice. Templars, Roundheads, and Cavaliers. This place has seen a lot of history.
Let's save unless we want to be part of it.
The wheel turned reluctantly with a creak of complaint. There was no obvious way of removing the wheel from its housing. The handle turned easily, and the larger wheel began to revolve. Damn! Then the handle came off in my hand.
Okay, so he broke the crank.
The wheel had a serrated edge which meshed with the turning cog. Marks on the spindle behind the wheel suggested it once had a rope attached to it.
Calm your fucking tits, would you?
The wheel had a serrated edge which meshed with the turning cog. Marks on the spindle behind the wheel suggested it once had a rope attached to it.
Okay.
The stone face of the demon grinned with a horribly lifelike expression. It was so realistic, I could imagine the sculptor carving it from a live model.
Can we use the crank on the face? Okay. Doesn't do anything.
I tried pushing the panel, but wasn't surprised when it failed to move. I scrabbled around in the rubble and found an old clay pipe with a broken stem.
Old clay pipe.
The pipe could have been anything from 50 to several hundred years old. With the clay pipe in his mouth, he looked happy, homely, like somebody's granddaddy.
What do you think you're doing, Josh?
I don't know.
I wondered if there was a secret mechanism in the demon's mouth.
Maybe you should show a little more respect.
For a mythical medieval demon? Give me a break.
Okay, go right ahead. Meddle with forces you don't understand. Incur the demon's wrath and burn in hell. Just see if I care.
I ran my fingers across the cold stone and probed the holes in the demon's eyes. Beneath them, the mouth formed another hole. But I wasn't about to put my finger in there. I ran beneath...
It's just the same thing again, okay. It's on the mouth now. Alright, he takes the pipe out again if he's going to do that. That doesn't do anything.
The wheel turned reluctantly with a creak of complaint. There was no obvious way of removing the wheel from its housing.
Maybe the crank was in the other one. The crank might have been in this one. Maybe we used the crank on the other one. Don't look in there again for more
Under
shit.
one of the stones, I found a metal coin which was green with age.
Pretty sure this is just filling my inventory with shit.
It was caked with soil, but what I'd found was a small cog and spindle.
Never mind. Fine. Okay, let's put that into the demon mouth.
The cog slipped neatly into the eye socket.
Okay, use this on this.
The cog turned freely, but nothing happened.
We need more shit. Need another cog maybe for his second eye.
With mounting excitement, I felt something between my fingers. It was short, hard, and black. Something I hadn't expected to find here.
Wow.
It was a plastic pen top. I didn't find anything. I didn't find anything.
How the fuck? Oh wait, hold on. You can put the... I think you can put the...
I didn't find anything.
George, can you stop searching in there for a minute, please, mate? You can use the cog on the eye. Okay. Alright, that just goes in the mouth again. God damn it.
With one of his eyes in place, the demon looked even more disturbing than before. Without the handle, the small cog and spindle were seemingly useless.
Okay, so the other one was just...
Now that the handle was gone, it was easy to remove the cog and spindle.
The other one was just in the post. So then we put that in there.
With a rasp of metal on stone, I eased the second eye into place.
Okay. This.
I pushed the handle into the demon's mouth. The cogs all meshed. I began to turn.
Oh yeah. Fucking breaking the fourth wall. A dickhead.
As soon as I saw the flickering torches, I realized the bogus Templars had beaten us to the sword. But where were they now? And why was it so quiet?
All dead, hopefully.
No, Georges!
What?
Leave the torch right where it is. In case you haven't noticed, the crypt is full of gunpowder.
So what? Don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust.
No? You think I'm a jerk, don't you?
Don't be silly, Georges. And keep your voice down. I thought I heard something. Like chanting. Listen, I can definitely hear chanting.
You're right. I hear it too. What do you suppose they're doing?
It wouldn't surprise me if they were holding some kind of satanic sex ritual.
Nice.
So, what are we waiting for? Shh!
He's telling her they should go down and take part.
Will you look at that? Baphomet. Labino was right. This place was ancient even to the Templars.
This whole place? This is Baphomet?
Finally, the truth. The Templars had never worshipped this graven image, no more than they'd worship a rainbow. But, like a rainbow, they regarded it as a symbol of a covenant with God, who'd revealed this place to them.
Rosso!
Rosso? Yeah, it is.
Why, the double-dealing treacherous.
On the contrary, Inspector Rosso has been the model of obedience, an important quality in a true Templar.
That explains
now
the
be quiet and watch if you wish to live much longer.
That explains the time he went all weird in the police station whenever we were talking about the Knights Templar.
Brothers and sisters, we are gathered here to witness the reforging of the sword that was broken. Here before God's sentinel, Baphomet. Grand Master and Knight of Baphomet, we salute and pledge our obedience to you.
I salute you, gatekeeper of the temple. Seven centuries ago, our greatest weapon, the sword of Baphomet, was lost to us. Now we prepare to reforge it, to wield against new enemies. As the tired millennium dies, and this world looks for new leaders, we shall not fail. We shall lead the people to a new order, wherein all borders will dissolve.
Remember that, how obsessed the media was with the millennium changing?
United under the red cross of the Templars.
Plot of so many TV shows and movies and games and stuff. Just explodes in meat chunks everywhere.
George, we have watched your efforts to stop us with respect. But surely you realize that you have been misled by our enemies. Both of us want a better world. Fortunately, no harm has been done. We need determined, resourceful men like you. Join us, George. Join us in true brotherhood.
Yeah. True? Wait. Brothers? What about Marquet? What about Pegram and Klausner? You didn't look on them as brothers, only as failures. 3 men dead, and you don't give a damn.
George, you know that sacrifices are necessary. Every great undertaking.
Join you? I'll see you in hell first.
Oh, George, I had great hopes for you.
Rosso on his way up.
La guerre. Eglund. Kill him.
I think Rosso's gonna save him, maybe. Well, if he's gonna save him, it needs to be now. Yeah, Rosso saved him. Thought so.
I swear, I just wanted things to be right.
Goodbye, Rosso.
Take them. Kill them. They will not escape.
Probably time to go, I think. Ah, shit.
Well, well. If it isn't the great detective and his beautiful assistant, it's going to be a pleasure killing the pair of you.
George, what are we going to do?
What I wasn't allowed to do earlier. Enjoy, Guido.
Come on, Nico. We're leaving.
You fools! You cannot escape us.
We really need to go.
Guido! Stop them.
But master, the powder!
That powder is from the English Civil War. You...
Throw the handbag in.
It's over 300 years old.
I thought it was all over, but Nico had one last trick up her sleeve. Or in her handbag, to be exact.
Nice.
A handbag full of plastic explosives.
Maybe, but this stuff is brand new.
Oh.
Oh dear. Guido, you fucking idiot.
You know, you'll never be able to write your story now.
I don't care. I've got what I want.
Huh?
Just tell me one thing, George. Is our life together always going to be this crazy?
Well, no. That is Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. I love that game, boy. I forgot how funny it is too. Extremely stellar script in it. Hope you enjoyed that. Something different. You'll be pleased to know that Rolf Saxon, who is the actor of George, he keeps coming back as well. I don't know if Nico does, but Rolf definitely does. So is that blue shit actual magic or what? I believe so. The stuff in the pillars, yeah, was. It's the usual Indiana Jones stuff where they use magic in like the last act of the film. What a great story that is. I forgot about the bit that I forgot about was Spain. When I play through Broken Sword 2, I'll point out the bit that I thought was in Broken Sword 1, and it's not. It's actually in Broken Sword 2. So when I reach that point in Broken Sword 2, I'll point it out to you. What a game, what a game. Those who endeavored to wield the sword were buried along with the Templars' secret. But fate had marked George and Nico. Soon, in an uncharted jungle on the other side of the world, they would be called to face an even greater threat. George Stobart will return.